Hey, this is Phil. The title of this video is Corn is No Longer Food. I just went through about a 2-day ordeal because I ate some corn that I got from Walmart. Some great value corn. I'm going to show you the bag. This stuff right here. Okay? So what you do with this stuff is you take it, you put it in your microwave for 4 minutes, and it cooks in the bag. Then you open the bag and you take it out and you eat it. And what happened to me, I believe, is related to how corn is no longer food. For those of you who don't know, almost all corn in America is genetically modified organisms, which means that companies that grow seeds for corn, they subject them to radiation and other processes to alter the genetics of the corn so that, one, the yield is greater, two, it takes less water, three, it takes less sunlight, four, the corn is more resistant to disease. Five, the corn is less attractive to bugs, to birds, and to deer. But there is also primary uses for corn which cause them to further alter the genetic structure of the corn. One of those uses right now is for ethanol. The corn has been genetically altered to derive the maximum amount of alcohol out of it. They don't care about the nutritional value of the corn. They're not going for food. They're going for alcohol, for corn alcohol. So that corn has a very dense structure. The cell that the kernel's made of is very hard and dense. I would suspect that the cob is also hard and dense. That corn probably grows very fast, and it's very profitable because they don't have to put as much pesticides on it, and they get a high yield out of it, so it's cheap to grow. But you can't feed that to people. The second type of corn that is genetically altered is corn that goes to animals as feed. There again, it's meant to grow fast, be resistant to bugs and other animals, but it is a more food-related, genetically altered product. And the last type of corn is a premium form of corn for human consumption. If you look at this bag, which is the great value bag, this is the great value bag of corn. If you look at this bag, and you look at the kernels in this, and you look at the kernels in the bird's eye bag of the same type, the kernels in the bird's eye bag look completely different. They are larger in structure, they're softer when they're cooked, and I'll get into a definite difference in the way they are when they go through your body. Alright, so we've got alcohol corn, we've got feed corn, and we've got human corn, okay? The bird's eye corn, when you eat it, when you poop that out, that kernel is, you can see that inside each kernel has been partially emptied. The body has extracted nutrients out of that kernel. And the kernel is like now like a piece of plastic. It's almost translucent. You can see through it. Okay? So that means your body got something out of it. Now, this corn right here, this corn right here went through my body without digesting at all. I mean, none of it digested. Which leads me to believe that that corn is actually genetically modified corn for ethanol production. It's not meant for human consumption. And I think, now why would Walmart do it? It's very simple. It's cheaper by volume. They get more of it for the same dollar. And when they put it in a bag and you cook it, it looks, to somebody who's not looking, it looks like regular old corn. But man, when you put this in your body, and I've never had this happen, what happened to me 2 days ago. I mean, the corn has been lower quality than bird's eye for sure, but it's never been this low a quality. I mean, my wife always joked because she grew up with a father who was a farmer, and she had a brother-in-law that was a farmer, and she was a farmer, and she said it was feed corn. She said that the great value corn was feed corn, and that's why it didn't taste as good. I think this is the third type of corn. I think this is the ethanol corn. I think it is unsuitable for human consumption. What it did to me was I ate a bowl of it with, ate one bag of it with butter, pepper, and salt, and I consumed it. And I was hungry, so I said, well, screw it. I got another one in there. I'll make another bag. I made another bag, and I ate half of that bag, which is unusual for me. Because if the corn is good, I'll just eat the whole thing. Anyway, I ate a bag and a half of it at about 9 o'clock on Monday. Tuesday at about 6 I got up, and I was hurting like I haven't hurt in a lot of months. If you follow the channel, you know that in December I ate a DiGiorno's frozen pizza that I got, which was a deal. You get 2 of them for under $10 at Giant, and so they were a deal. So I got them, and man, they bound me up for 2 months. They messed me up. And I'll never buy DiGiorno's pizza again. I'll buy my pizzas from places where I know they're freshly made and they actually make the dough themselves. And that's the problem with that, is the dough is inferior. That gets into another thing. Genetically modified organisms. Wheat is also mostly a genetically modified organism in the United States. They have worked on that food stuff. Corn and wheat are 2 of the most valuable corn stuffs in the world to feed people. And therefore, if you can increase the yield and you can stop the bugs from eating it and you can stop the birds and the deer from eating it, you're already ahead of the game. And that's why they do that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, the end product, if a disease, which is an organism, a disease is an organism. If a disease doesn't want to eat the corn, if a bug doesn't want to eat the corn, if a bird doesn't want to eat the corn, and a deer doesn't want to eat the corn, all 4 of those items are life forms. And guess what you are? You are a life form. Okay? So, I won't ever buy this. I probably won't ever buy corn again, because I know that most corn is genetically modified. Now, if I get corn in my Chinese beef fried rice, a few kernels here or there, I'm not going to lose my mind, because that rice is the main binder. But the rice, ironically, in America, even rice is genetically modified. So in order to get away from that, you have to actually search now, because it just became law that they had to tell you on the package that the stuff was genetically modified. There is a can of spicy beans from Walmart, which is like a lima bean that's coated with red pepper, and those are very delicious beans. But that can is genetically modified organisms, and I've never had a problem with those beans, because the structure of a bean is such that when you use it, you can chew on it and you can squeeze it down to nothing, and there's no capability for it becoming a blockage in your intestines. But I'm still going to back away from that as I finish up those beans. And all my corn that I have cans of corn in there. I'm throwing all that in the trash. I'm not going through this again. This was terrible. This was awful. This was like a condensed version of the 2 months that I spent wondering if I was going to be ever proper again from the DiGiorno's pizza. So, I'm just warning you about this corn. If you're having problems with the corn when you eat it, you're not hallucinating, okay? And this was dangerous. I mean, took 30 hours for me to pass that corn. This morning at 4 o'clock. Yesterday when I woke up at 6, and I hurt so bad, I was like, oh man, what has happened? And I remembered I ate the corn. I said the last thing I did before I went to bed was I ate the corn. And I said, it can't be the corn. And the other option was that it was the chili I got from the racetrack. But see, I've never had any problem with that chili, period, ever, ever. I've never, and as a matter of fact, that chili is mostly juice with a little bit of meat and beans in it. So I sort of leaned towards the corn. I said, man, it's got to be this corn. And sure enough, this morning, I felt like crap all day yesterday. This morning at 2 o'clock, I went to bed. I said, look, I got to go to bed. I got to try to go to sleep. And my guts hurt so bad, I just could not go to sleep. And I came back out here in this chair I'm talking to you in at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I looked at some stuff on the TV, some internet stuff. And then about 4 o'clock, man, a pain hit me that felt like something was trying to crawl outside of my belly. And it hit for about 5 minutes, and I said, oh, Lord, let me please pass this. Please let me pass this. I said, I got to go to the bathroom and see. And sure enough, 4 o'clock this morning, a bag and a half of corn came out, and it was all undigested. So I'm suspecting that this corn is the ethanol bred corn that is not meant to be eaten by humans. So there's that. I'm not one of these social warrior justice guys. I just don't want to get sick when I eat food. And when I get sick and I eat food and I get sick, I tell other people, because you people are somebody that I care about from a standpoint of we're all in this world together. And it sure would be nice if somebody would tell you, hey, that diet soda, if you drink it, that aspartame, that's going to kill you. That Splenda sucralose, that little yellow packet, if you put that in, if you use that, you're going to get so addicted, you're going to start using 15 packets of sugar, of Splenda sugar substitute in your coffee, and it's going to destroy your stomach, and it's going to destroy your life. So aspartame and Splenda, you need to know about that, about its poison. It comes from the American food industry because they don't give a damn, okay? Here we go with the corn. Don't give a damn. They just don't give a damn. It was cheap. They put it in the bag. The sucker consumers bought it, and they got sick with it. Well, who cares? It's his fault. It's his intestines. He's the problem, not the corn. No, I've had those bird's eye bags, and I have never had a problem with those bird's eye bags ever. But I'm not going to take the chance now, because the way that the economy is being pushed into the hole by the people running the government now, everybody's cutting corners. Because they're trying to cut corners to maintain the massive profits they've been making. And one of the ways they cut corners is they use corn that's genetically modified to produce ethanol. So that's what I suspect, and I'm going to say it right now. I have no proof of what I just told you, okay? So when they come to sue me, they can get their lawyer and look at the back end of the video and look at my statement and say, I have no proof of this, but this is what I suspect, okay? So that I am legally covered in warning you to stay the hell away from this particular product. Some great value products are quite tasty, as I just said. But some great value products are so awful and so cheap that they're not worth eating. And this is one of them. So I'm warning you, I'm probably not going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be eating anything today. I might go get some ungenetically modified plain yogurt. Or I might eat some of my grits, which grits are actually made from corn too, but they're ground up. The structure of the corn is destroyed, and they're made from food quality corn. So I'll still be eating my grits. I won't be eating corn. Not from Walmart, not from any buffet I go to. And as I'm eating that beef fried rice, if I get the feeling I don't need to eat that, I'll take them little pieces out and toss them in the trash, because they're only going to be like 5 kernels of corn in that anyway. But I'm just warning you, watch out what they're feeding us. because they're feeding us garbage. And maybe if you are told that, hey, 99% of this particular foodstuff is genetically modified, maybe you need to start looking at other ways to get your corn, or get your wheat, or get your rice. So I'm glad to be getting better. I want to thank the good Lord above in heaven, because he really, at 4 o'clock this morning, that was like winning the lottery to me. I literally won $1 million this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, because when it came out, I knew I was going to get better. Now, I didn't get better right away, and I still don't feel better. I'm still nauseated as crap. But I'm getting better slowly. It's going to take a little while. But I can tell you this, all my corn is going into goddamn trash. And I am never buying this great value corn again. And I would urge you to do the same thing. If you're going to buy corn, buy the highest quality corn, name brand corn you can buy. And just be careful, because we don't know what they're selling us, okay? God bless you all. God, thank you, Lord, for helping me this morning, all through this, and at 4 o'clock this morning. And I hope you all are well, and we'll see you. I'll probably do my exercises tonight, because I just don't feel like doing anything right now. Y'all have a good one. God bless you.